Please, make no shake.
All right, a good week of practice. Really felt like coming off the bye, guys got locked in. You know, all eyes on Houston, all eyes on getting better every day. I think we were really focused, had an excellent week. Looking forward to the game. Obviously, we get a chance also to honor a couple of our legends, you know, in Julius Peppers and Muhsin Muhammad, two obviously all-time great Panthers, all-time great NFL guys. So be special. That'll mean something to our players to see those guys want to put on a good performance for them and for our fans. I'll open it up from there.
You talk a lot about the details of what you need to start to zero in on to move you from where you are to where you want to be, particularly in the play calling area. You added the play card on Bryce's arm and things like that, but one of the things that they haven't had a chance to do is in a live situation with Thomas calling the plays. How much work have you done this week to emphasize that for you guys?
There's no doubt from a live situation of Thomas calling the plays that he's ready. We did get to work in preseason. Really all year long in practice, he and I have been alternating calling the plays in, anticipating this day was going to come, as I said earlier, probably at the bye. So Thomas is ready, locked in, and ready to go, and excited.
Frank, any connection between Burns not there today and trade deadline coming up?
No correlation. You know, he had we had a kind of a little thing happen yesterday on a play where he hurt his elbow. Got it checked out. You know, just today was still an issue. So getting further evaluation on that to try to see where we're at.
Is it a questionable where you're leaning towards he could play that?
Really don't know. I think he's with our docs right now. You know, had an appointment this afternoon. We were getting some things checked out, and so I got to wait to hear from them.
Is it potentially long-term, Frank?
I really don't have any of that information at this point. You know, I mean, I've been told there's a chance he could play, but it just all depends on what the test results show. I mean, you know, when you start doing MRIs and X-rays, there's a wide array of things that could happen.
Those are undergoing currently, Frank, would you say?
I think those have been done. Now it's just a question of getting them, evaluating them, and then talking with Brian, seeing how he feels as well.
Frank, from a depth standpoint, you've obviously made a lot of moves this week. You've got a lot of new faces in here. You got a lot of old faces sidelined, and then you've got 5 guys questionable. How much of a kind of like a puzzle is this week for you guys depth chart wise?
It's a puzzle, but you know, no one feels sorry for you, right? I mean, and you're also excited, not about guys getting hurt. I mean, that stinks, but it just means other guys get opportunities. You know, it has a chance to, you know, get these guys in there and see what they can do. That's why they're here. So I think our coaches have handled it very well. I think the players have. We had a couple guys come in, depending on how things shake out, could be in there playing real fast. But we'll have to take it day by day here and see when it comes to game time.
Leviska's kind of been your swing guy, kind of the swing tackle of the playmakers. How do you fill both those spots now?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be by committee. You know, he is kind of part receiver, part running back, so he's unique in that regard. So, like I said the other day, Raheem he'll be the third back. He'll get some action. You know, we'll get him in there, try to get him a few touches here and there. You know, and then from a receiver standpoint, we'll just rotate those guys through, and some of the stuff that would have went to Laviska will just kind of spread around in other places.
A couple of your questionable guys, Xavier and Frankie, both indicated thought they would play. Is that your understanding as well?
I think things are trending that way, yes.
Frank, how much do you depend on Frankie in a situation like this when there is so much flux around him on every side?
Yeah, Frankie's he's an anchor. He's an anchor as a player, as a leader. You know, his energy, his play is a big deal. We all see it, recognize it, so that as we've had moving parts, he keeps everybody together. He really does. We're out there in the practice field. He's got energy on every play. He's working hard. The guys, I think we all feed off of that, see that. Just a tremendous leader.
We haven't been able to ask you, or we haven't asked you about this yet, but when a player on your team requests a trade, what's your approach to that player? Like with that player and,
Yeah,
and that
no.
desire.
I've had no players approach me and ask that. So, you know, I'll, when and if that happens, you know, and they come to me and ask that, you know, mostly that's a GM thing. So, you know, if it ever gets to that, you know, and then sometime, like I said, my attitude is always, you're here on our team, you got a Panthers helmet on, a Panthers jersey, you're all in. I understand the business side of football, so I don't take things personally if guys have other decisions they're making. But as far as I'm concerned, whatever talks of trade or this or that, they really don't affect me very much as the head coach, to be honest with you. You know, as long as the guy's a Panther, he's in our family, he's here. I'm thinking nothing but positive thoughts about him and moving forward.
Frank, I know you
Yeah,
said
just a couple more.
you wouldn't micromanage. Will you, though, still be weighing in, like, especially like on 3rd and 4th downs, and maintain some sort of veto power?
I would say I'll probably contribute a few places. I don't anticipating having to contribute a lot more I think the normal 3rd down and red zone stuff, you know, I'm good with Thomas calling that. You know, there might be, you know, 4th down situations that, you know, whether we're going for it, not going for it. You know, letting Thomas know, hey, when we're in 4-down territory, because that'll affect how we call that whole series. You know, how, you know, whether it may be 1st down, and I know we're in 4-down territory, so he's calling it. You know, I'll interject those kind of thoughts. You know, and then I'm not saying I wouldn't be an occasional play or two I wouldn't recommend along here or there, but probably a little bit more between series and stuff like that. But Thomas is ready. I'm confident, and he's ready to go and excited, and I think the players are excited for him as well.
Also being back in the lineup, what is he going to be able to bring to that unit with him being cleared to play now?
Who?
With Austin Corbett?
Yeah, leadership, consistent play at a high level. He just is he's a real alpha leader. He just brings a confidence that you feel. You hear him out in the practice field between plays saying things that you know these great players, these leaders say. So, you know, looking forward to him being in the lineup.
And with the trade deadline coming up, what's the dialogue been like with Scott?
Not much dialogue at all. You know what I mean? Yeah, not much dialogue at all. Scott's doing his job. You know, I'm focused on doing my job, getting the team ready to play against Houston, and so moving forward.
Last one.
In that left guard thing.
Yes.
Last one, Mike.
Taylor got the rest day. How much do you think that those rest? I mean, obviously you do that for maintenance anyway, but how much do you think that helped the knee this week?
I think it helps. You know, we you know, with guys, especially as the season goes on, and guys who are a little bit older, and he's a warrior, right? He's a warrior, so I think those days are important.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
To clarify,